As the most visited continent in the world, Europe attracts over 747 million travelers yearly. Known for its historic landmarks and diverse cultures, this continent offers some of the best travel experiences in the world. From the scenic beauty of Triglav National Park to the historic roots of London, here are the best places to visit in Europe. Make sure to subscribe to Discovery Destination for more travel videos like this. Oulu, Finland. Oulu, located on the west coast of northern Finland, is often called the capital of northern Scandinavia. With a population of around 200,000, it is the largest city in the region, yet still feels calm and welcoming. A good place to start is the Oulu Market Square, known as Kaptori. The old red tar houses around the square give the area a traditional look. And inside the nearby market hall or kapahalli, you can try local foods and handmade goods. A bowl of warm salmon soup from one of the vendors is a local favorite and worth trying. Just outside, you'll see the bronze Tory policy statue known as the Market Policeman, standing as a symbol of the old market days. From the market, it's easy to head toward Nalikari Beach. In the summer, its long sandy shore is a popular place to hang around the water. Not far from here, the Oulu Cathedral stands as a well-known city landmark. Inside, the white walls and simple neoclassical design create a peaceful setting. A short walk from the center brings you to Hupasare Island City Park, one of Oulu's most relaxing areas. The park is made up of several small islands connected by white wooden bridges. If you enjoy plants and nature, the University of Oulu Botanical Gardens are worth a visit. They include over 4,000 plant species from around the world. The most striking feature is the pair of pyramid-shaped greenhouses called Romeo and Juliet, where plants from tropical and desert climates grow year-round. For a short trip outside the city, Hugh Island is a great choice. You can reach it by ferry and spend the day walking along its sandy beaches. Another great place to experience the outdoors is the Palazzo Nature Reserve. Wooden trails take you across quiet wetlands and forests, showing the untouched beauty of northern Finland. Madeira, Portugal. Madeira is an autonomous region of Portugal with its mild subtropical weather throughout the year. Madeira is often called the Island of Eternal Spring, making it a place where you can travel any season. Funchal, the capital, is a good place to start exploring. The Funchal cable car takes you from the city up to Monte, offering clear views of the bay and the surrounding hills. At the top, you can spend time in the Monte Palace Tropical Garden, which features exotic plants, Oriental-style pagodas, and peaceful water features. After walking through the garden, you can take part in one of Madeira's oldest traditions, the Monte Toboggan sled ride. This experience goes back to the 19th century and involves riding a wicker sled guided by two men dressed in white with straw hats steering you downhill through narrow streets toward Funchal. In Funchal old town known as Zonavia, the streets are filled with doors painted by local artists. Alongside the art, you can stop at the Mercado do Labradores, a farmer's market where stalls are filled with tropical fruits, bright flowers, and freshly caught fish. Away from the city, Madeira's mountain trails show a completely different side of the island. The hike between Pico do and Pico Ruivo, its two tallest peaks, is one of the most famous routes. Walking along this path often puts you above the clouds with wide views of surrounding mountains. If you prefer an easier route, the Levada walks are a great alternative. Trails like Levada do Caldeira Verde or Levada do 25 Fontes are especially rewarding for their greenery and flowing water. On the north coast, Porto Manese is known for its natural swimming pools made from volcanic rock. The pools are filled with clear seawater and refreshed by waves from the Atlantic, creating a unique place to swim and relax by the ocean. Not far away, Cabo Gira stands as one of the highest sea cliffs in all of Europe. The glass-floored skywalk built on top gives you a clear view straight down to the ocean below. Moving inland, you'll find some of Madeira's quieter and less visited spots like the FAL forest. On foggy days, the old laurel trees covered in moss create a quiet, almost dreamlike atmosphere. A short drive away, the Achadas Drew cable car takes you down one of the steepest routes in the world. At the bottom lies Faja Nova, a small and isolated area by the sea where life feels simple and peaceful. In the Ponte dos Sol region, Casca dos Anjos offers a different kind of experience. A waterfall drops directly onto the road, letting you drive under it. Farther along the coast, Cala de Lapa offers another quiet escape. Once you're there, you'll find crystal clearer waters and a few old fishermen's shelters carved into the cliffs. On the eastern side of Madeira, Ponta de São Lorenzo stands out for its dry and rocky terrain. The hiking trail here follows volcanic cliffs that drop sharply to the ocean. Now, I know you're getting excited about all these amazing places to visit. But if you're eager to travel the world to explore new locations, cultures, foods, and much more, while taking a breather from your everyday life, you also know it can cost you quite a lot of money. With the Travel on a Dime ebook, you have the opportunity to make the most out of any place you visit without overspending on your travel budget. From finding the right flights and hotel deals to money-saving tips during your trip, it's the perfect guide to help you travel like a pro, ensuring you have a great experience while saving hundreds of dollars on travel. Get your copy at thediscoveriestdestination.com. That's thedestination.com. Use code DISCOVER5 to save $5 off your copy. Seville, Spain. Seville, or Sevilla in Spanish, is the capital of Andalusia in southern Spain and one of the country's most beautiful cities. It's known for its art, architecture, and traditions that continue to shape every day. A good place to start is the Royal Alcazar of Seville, one of the oldest royal palaces still in use. Its design shows the city's long past with details from both Moorish and Christian times. The rooms are covered with carved arches and colorful tiles, and the large gardens outside are peaceful. The Patio de Lasas, or Courtyard of the Maidens, is one of the most striking areas, surrounded by detailed arches. Near the palace stands the Civil Cathedral, the largest Gothic cathedral in the world. Built on the site of a former mosque. Inside, tall columns and soft light fill the space, creating a sense of calm. The La Giralda Tower next to it was once the mosque's minaret. A short walk away, the Plaza d'Espa shows a different side of Seville. Built for the Ibero-American Exposition of 1929, it has a wide semicircular shape with tiled bridges and walkways that curve around a canal. Next, you can explore the Barrio de Santa Cruz, Seville's former Jewish quarter. This area is known for its narrow streets and whitewashed buildings. From there, you can head to the Metropole Parasol, also known as Las Setas or the Mushrooms. It's the largest wooden structure in the world and stands out against Seville's older architecture. Underneath it is an archaeological site, but the main attraction is the walkway at the top called the Mirador. Away from the crowds, the Palacio de las Dueñas offers a more private look into Seville's past. This 15th-century palace was once home to the Duchess of Alba and still keeps much of its original charm. If you enjoy art, the Museu de Belles Artes is worth your time. It's housed in a former convent and is considered one of Spain's best art museums. Inside are works from Seville's golden age, including paintings by Murillo and Velázquez. Across the Guadalquivir River, the Triana neighborhood gives you another look at local life. The Mercado de Triana is one of its main highlights, filled with food stalls serving fresh ingredients and small plates of tapas. Back near the city center, the Iglesia Clay de Lino Salvador stands out as Seville's second-largest church. Its Spanish Baroque style is striking with gold-covered altars and detailed carvings. To experience a quieter and more local side of Seville, the Barrio de la Marina is a good area to explore. Known for its traditional atmosphere and religious significance. Here, the Basilica de la Marina holds the statue of the Virgin of Hope, one of the most important figures in Seville, Triglav National Park. Triglav National Park, located in northwestern Slovenia, is among the most scenic areas in the country. It is Slovenia's only national park and is named after Mount Trila, the highest peak in Slovenia, which rises over 9,000 Tower Lake Bled, is the centerpiece of the area and one of the most recognized places in Europe. In the center of the lake lies Bled Island, where the Church of the Assumption of Mary stands. You can reach it by taking a traditional wooden pletna boat or renting a small rowboat if you want to go at your own pace. Once on the island, climb the 99 stone steps to the church and ring the wishing bell, bringing good luck. Looking above the lake, you'll see Bled Castle standing on a steep cliff. It dates back to the 11th century and is known as the oldest castle in Slovenia. From its courtyard and terraces, you can see clear views of the surrounding area. Nearby, short hikes to Mala Oinka and Oystrika viewpoints offer one of the most photographed sites in the country. A few miles from the lake, Vindgar Gorge offers a different experience. Wooden paths follow the Radovna River through narrow cliffs where clear blue water rushes over rocks and small waterfalls. The trail is easy to walk and leads to the 43 ft Shum waterfall at the end. Moving further west, Lake Bolhine provides a quieter setting. Near the shore stands the Church of St. John the Baptist, a small white building with a red roof that adds charm to the area. To get a wider view, take the Vogel cable car up the nearby mountain so you can see the entire lake below. The Socha River Valley offers a more active experience. The river's bright emerald color comes from minerals in the limestone and makes it one of the most striking rivers in Europe. Within the park, there are also lesser-known places worth seeing like Bedich Waterfall, one of them dropping about 170 ft in a single cascade. The short uphill trail leads to the base, and a narrow path allows you to walk behind the waterfall, offering a unique view from every side. Another peaceful spot is the Seni Nature Reserve, sometimes called the Emerald Heart of Trilo, where the clear blue-green color makes it look almost unreal. The Varick Pass offers one of the most scenic drives through the Julian Alps. It is the highest mountain pass in Slovenia. Along the way, you can stop at the Russian chapel built in 1917 by prisoners of war who died during the construction of the road. Nearby, look for Idovska Delika, a natural rock formation that resembles the face of a woman. Another place worth exploring is the Kak Waterfall, where the waterfall drops into a turquoise pool surrounded by smooth rock walls. Brussels, Belgium. Brussels, the capital of Belgium, is a city filled with character and grand landmarks. A good place to start is El Gran Place, one of Europe's most beautiful squares. The ornate guild halls that surround it sparkle with gold details and elegant carvings. A short walk from there brings you to Manneken-Pis, the city's small bronze statue that has become a symbol of Brussels humor. Moving toward the edge of the city, the Atomium stands as one of Brussels's most recognizable structures. This large silver building represents an iron crystal magnified many times, and you can go inside to explore its connected spheres. Back in the center, the Galerie Royale S. Uber offers a calm place to slow down. These glass-roofed arcades from the 19th century are lined with elegant shops and cafes. Nearby, the Musical Instruments Museum combines art and history in one place. Located in the Old England building, it houses instruments from every part of the world. Not far from there, the Royal Palace of Brussels stands with its long facade facing a large public park. In the summer, you can go inside to see the decorated halls and royal chambers. To experience something more colorful, follow the Brussels comic strip walk. Murals of Tintin, the Smurfs, and other Belgian comic characters are painted across the city's buildings. Away from the main tourist spots, the Mahal neighborhood offers a closer look at daily life in Brussels. The flea market at Place des Jours du Bal is one of the most popular parts of this area, where you can find old books, records, and vintage items. If you enjoy design and architecture, the Horta Museum provides a look into the work of Victor Horta, a pioneer of the Art Nouveau style. His former home and studio show how he used curves, stained glass, and natural light to shape spaces in a new way. For something entirely different, the Sewer Museum takes you underground. Almost 33 ft below the surface, you can walk through part of the city's old sewer system and learn about the hidden river that still flows beneath Brussels. For a quieter experience, Villa Emp is an Art Deco mansion turned into an art center. Its clean lines and geometric design give it a peaceful feel, and the exhibitions often showcase work from both local and international artists. Frankfurt, Germany. Frankfurt, the largest city in Germany, combines modern energy with deep history, often called Manhattan. The city feels both welcoming and full of life. At the center of Frankfurt is Romberg Square, a historic area surrounded by colorful, half-timbered houses. The Romer, the city's old town hall, stands proudly at the square and has been an important landmark for centuries. Just next to it, the new Old Town connects past and present through carefully rebuilt streets that reflect the city's medieval roots. From here, you can move toward the Museum Embankment, an area lined with some of the best museums in all of Europe. The Stadel Museum stands out for its collection of European art that spans hundreds of years, showcasing everything from classic paintings to modern works. Not far from here, the Eiserner Steg, a pedestrian bridge covered in lovelocks, gives you another way to enjoy Frankfurt. Nearby, the Frankfurt Cathedral rises with its tall red sandstone tower. Climbing to the top rewards you with an impressive view of the surrounding area. A short walk away, the Gauhaus provides another connection of Frankfurt's past. This is where Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, one of Germany's greatest writers, was born and raised. Inside, you can get a sense of the environment that shaped his early years. Across the main river, the Sachsenhausen district offers a more local atmosphere with its narrow cobblestone streets filled with traditional taverns. If you prefer exploring markets, the Klein Markthal is worth a visit. Inside, vendors sell local specialties like green sauce and Hunkus meat musk, both known for their distinct taste. When you want a break from the busy streets, the Palmen Garden provides a quiet escape. This large botanical garden is home to plants from around the world alongside peaceful walking paths and shaded benches. To see the city in a more relaxed way, you can ride the Elbow V Express, a vintage tram that circles Frankfurt's main sites to experience the city in a unique way. Rome, Italy. Rome is a city filled with layers of history, art, and daily life that continue to shape its streets. Here you can move easily between famous landmarks and smaller hidden places, finding something meaningful in each stop. The Colosseum is one of the best places to start with its massive stone walls still standing as a reminder of ancient Rome's power. Walking through the arena gives you a real sense of its scale, and guided tours that reach the underground tunnels and upper levels help you understand how it once operated. From there, it's a short walk to the Roman Forum, where columns and arches mark what was once the center of public life. Continuing up Palatine Hill, you get a wide view of the Forum below and the city beyond. Nearby, the Pantheon shows the architectural skill that made Rome famous. Inside, the circular dome and open skylight create a quiet and balanced space filled with natural light. Crossing into Vatican City brings you to St. Peter's Basilica, one of the most recognizable religious sites in the world. The building's vast interior and artistic detail show its importance in both faith and history. Back in central Rome, the Trevi Fountain continues to draw attention with its flowing water and carved marble figures. Beyond the major landmarks, Rome's quieter corners offer their own kind of charm. Like Ene Hill, a small keyhole in the gate of the Knights of Malta. A short walk away, the Orange Garden provides an open space with one of the best views of the city. Another place that leaves a lasting impression is the Capuchin crypt beneath Santa Maria de la Connexion. The bones of thousands of monks are arranged on the walls and ceilings in detailed patterns, creating an unusual but thoughtful display about life and faith. Central Monte Martini adds a surprising contrast to the city's usual historic settings. Housed in a former power plant, it displays ancient Roman statues beside old industrial machinery. In the Jewish ghetto, one of the oldest neighborhoods in Rome, the narrow streets and family-owned restaurants show a long tradition of community and resilience. Close to the Colosseum, the Basilica di San Pietro in Vincoli offers a quieter visit. Inside stands Michelangelo's sculpture of Moses, a powerful piece that draws attention. London, United Kingdom. London, the capital and largest city of the United Kingdom, combines its historic roots with a modern rhythm. The Tower of London is one of the city's most recognizable landmarks. Walking through its stone walls gives you a real sense of its long and sometimes dark past. Inside, the crown jewels are carefully guarded and shine as a symbol of royal tradition. A short walk away, the Tower Bridge crosses the River Thames with two tall towers connected by glass walkways. From the top, you can learn about the bridge's history and the engineering that keeps it working today. Moving towards central London, Buckingham Palace remains one of the city's most well-known sights. Watching the changing of the guard outside the gates is a memorable experience filled with music and precision. Close by, Westminster Abbey stands as one of the most important buildings in the country. Since 1066, every British monarch has been crowned there, and its walls hold the graves of kings, queens, poets, and scientists. Not far away, the British Museum brings together artifacts from across the world. Its vast collection includes the Rosetta Stone and the Elgin marbles, pieces that help you understand the stories of ancient civilizations. If you prefer art, the National Gallery in Trafalgar Square holds an impressive collection of European paintings by Van Gogh, Monet, and Da Vinci. The galleries are free to enter and give you a close view of some of the world's most well-known masterpieces. A more modern view of the city comes from the London Eye, the giant observation wheel along the River Thames. The slow, smooth ride gives you a wide view of the city skyline. Nearby, Borough Market, one of the oldest markets in London, offers a different kind of experience. It's a great place to try food from all over the world. Away from the main attractions, London also has quiet places like St. Dunstan in the East Church Garden. The remains of a church destroyed during World War II now stand in ivy surrounded by benches and greenery. Not far from Waterloo Station, the Leek Street arches show another side of the city. This graffiti tunnel allows artists to paint freely, and the artwork changes constantly, giving each visit a new look. Another hidden gem is Sir John Sen's Museum, one of the most unusual museums in the city. The house is filled with art, antiques, and architectural pieces arranged in creative ways. Nearby, Postman's Park tells the stories of everyday heroes who lost their lives helping others. The park's tiled memorial plaques share touching reminders of selflessness and courage. Also, Little Venice offers a quieter side of London life, lined with colorful houseboats. Walking along the water or taking a canal boat to Camden Market gives you a slower, more peaceful view of the city. Dubrovnik, Croatia. Dubrovnik, often called the Pearl of the Adriatic, sits on the southern tip of the Dalmatia region of Croatia. The Old City, a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1979, is surrounded by medieval walls and filled with narrow streets and limestone buildings. A good place to start is the city walls that circle the entire Old Town. Walking the full route gives you wide views of the red rooftops and the fortresses that once protected the city. From there, you can head to Stradon, also called Plaza, the main street that runs straight through the Old Town. Its smooth limestone surface shines in the sunlight, and the rows of old buildings give it a clean, organized look. Nearby, Fort Laureate stands tall on a rocky cliff overlooking the sea. It's often called Dubrovnik's Gibraltar because of its position and strength. A short ferry ride from the old port takes you to Low Island. This small island reserve is quiet and easy to explore, where you can swim in the saltwater lake called the Dead Sea or see the remains of an old Benedictine monastery. Back in Dubrovnik, the rector's palace gives you a closer look at the city's government during its days as a republic. Inside, the museum displays furniture, artwork, and records from the city's past. For a full view of the city, the Dubrovnik cable car takes you up Mount S. The ride is short, but the view is among the best you can get. At the top, you can also stop by the Homeland War Museum inside Fort Imperial to learn about the city's more recent history. Not far away, the Franciscan church and monastery offers a calm escape. Inside the small museum, you can see the original jars, tools, and equipment once used by the monks. For another coastal spot, head to Plata Ziet Jaco or St. Jacob's Beach. This beach is smaller and less crowded than others nearby, making a good place to unwind. If you want to see something meaningful, War Photo Limited in the Old Town presents a collection of powerful photojournalism from global conflicts. The images provide context about Debnic's struggles during the 1990s and help you understand the city beyond its beauty. Santorini, Greece. Santorini, also called Pa, is one of Greece's most recognized islands located in the southern Ionian Sea. The island's crescent shape was formed by a massive volcanic eruption thousands of years ago that left behind steep cliffs and a deep caldera filled with blue water. Oia is where you'll see the views most people associate with Santorini. The whitewashed homes and blue dome churches line the cliffs in perfect balance. As you walk through the village, small art galleries and boutique shops give the area a local charm. Fida, the island's capital, is the busiest area and is filled with restaurants and shops. The town sits along the caldera's edge, providing clear views of the sea below. Here, you can take a cable car down to the old port or walk the steps for a more active route. The Museum of Prehistoric Tira is also here, displaying artifacts from the ancient city of Akroy. Akroy archaeological site shows another side of the island's story. Often called the Minoan Pompeii, this ancient settlement was buried by volcanic ash around 1600 BC. The preserved streets, buildings, and pottery gives you a look at how people once lived here. The caldera itself is one of Santorini's most striking natural features. Boat tours are a popular way to explore it and often include stops at the volcanic islands of Nakame and Palea Kame. On Namini, you can hike to the crater and see steam rising from the earth, while Palea Kamini offers the chance to swim in warm mineral-rich waters near the hot springs. Emirovigli offers a peaceful alternative to the busier towns known as the highest point along the caldera. It provides wide views of the Ionian Sea. Inland, Pirul Kalistas presents a quieter look at traditional Santorini life. Once the island's capital, the village is built around a Venetian fortress at the top of a hill. If you're interested in something different, Licata Beach stands out for its unusual appearance. The beach is surrounded by pale cliffs shaped by wind and time, creating a setting unlike anywhere else on the island. Megalore is another village that shows the quieter side of Santorini. The white walls, narrow streets, and traditional gates make it feel authentic and relaxed. At the southern tip of Santorini, the Akroidi Lighthouse provides one of the best views of the surrounding area. Built in the 19th century, it stands on a quiet cliff overlooking the open sea. And remember to like and subscribe to help our channel grow.